Hi, my name is Samanja and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to discuss something very important in JavaScript, sets. So what is a set in JavaScript? Okay, a set is a collection of elements in JavaScript. Now we know that an array is also a collection of lists or items, elements, okay? An array is also list. So what is unique about set? A set is a collection with unique elements. Set is a collection with unique elements, which means that a set cannot contain duplicate values, unique elements. So suppose a set cannot have, for example, 22, 32, 22 again. It can't have duplicate values. A set also can have any data types. Okay, so in the same set, we can have numbers, boolean, string, strings, etc. Okay, so a set is a collection of elements in JavaScript. It is a collection with unique elements. It can have any data types, number, boolean, strings, etc., all in one set. So let's create a set. How do we create a set in JavaScript? Create a set. We can create a set by constant set A equals to new set. Okay, this is one way of creating a set. This other way of creating a set is if you know all the values before, then you could just add all the values 12, 14, uh, okay, so like I said, a set can have any data types together in one set. So in here, in set V, it has a string and two numbers. So this is a way of creating a set if we already know all the elements that we're going to add that we're going to put in the set. But what if we don't know all the elements? Then add elements in a set. This is the way we add an element in a set. Okay, we can put 98 set a 45. Okay, let's add floating point number 13.23. Let's add a string. I love JavaScript. Let's add a boolean, false. So in set A, we are adding two numbers, one floating point. Oh wait, this isn't floating point. One floating point number, one string, and one boolean. Let's add a boolean in set B as well. Okay, set B dot add. Let's add true in set B. Okay, now let's print set A. Okay, let's print out all the elements in set A. Set A. 1 second. Okay, so let's print this. Okay, we just printed out set A, and in here it says 5. So there are 5 elements. This just means that there are 5 elements in set A. So there is another way to find out how many elements there are in a set. We don't have to rely on printing this all the time. We could find the number of elements in a set. Okay, this is how you find the numbers, the number of elements in a set. It's a dot size method. And we can put the number of in a set. And let's print this. Okay, the number of elements in a set is 5. Okay, what if we try to add duplicate elements in a set? What happens if we try to add duplicate elements in set A? Okay, set A dot add 98. Okay, and then console log set A. There are other console logs in this program, so let me make sure we understand which console log is which. After adding duplicate elements. Okay. All right. So you see, even after adding, even when we tried to add a duplicate element, it did not throw us an error. It did not stop the program. What happened is that it simply didn't add the duplicate element. It simply didn't add the 98 duplicate element in set A. So let's, because this is a list of items, we should be able to create a for loop with set, right? So let's create a for loop with set. Print out all the elements of the set. So let items of set A. Okay, this will iterate, this items is going to iterate through all the values of set A and print item. Okay, and again, let's separate this for loop after for loop. Okay, so after for loop, everything in set got printed nicely. And in items, this is a new variable that we're creating with the let keyword. And this items, it iterates through all the values of set A and it printed it out. Okay, so this is a for loop for a set. Okay, now let's let's have some fun. Okay, let's delete an item from set. Okay, let's delete the Boolean value. Okay, so set A dot delete false. Okay, now let's after deletion console log set A. Okay, let's print this. Okay, so after deletion, there are only five items in a set, and this Boolean value got deleted. So let's add the Boolean value again, but let's have some fun with it. Let's do it with an if statement. We can have if statement with sets as well. Okay, so if set A dot has set A dot has, this dot has checks if an element exists inside the set. So we know that 98 is inside the set, right? If set A dot has 98, then set A dot add false. Let's add the false value again. So if set A dot has, oh wait, we didn't console log it after. Yes, we didn't console log it. It's only printing out set A after the deletion of false, but not after this. Let's wait, sorry, console log after if statement. This is to separate all the console logs, separate all the stuff we're printing so it's clearer for us. Console log um, set A. Okay. Okay, so we added false back with an if statement. Let's do other things with that if statement. Okay, so suppose there's another if statement. If not set A dot has uh, 48. We know set A doesn't have a 48, right? Then let's add something else too. Okay, set A dot add. There is no 48 in set. Okay, let's add statement. Let's add a string. Oh wait, let me console log it. Uh, console log after adding, after checking for 48. It's console log set A. Now let's see. Oh, sorry. Node index. Okay, so we added this statement after, because 48 did not exist. So if set A dot has, this is a not operator. It means if not set A dot has 48, then add this. So I hope you are understanding what a set is. And honestly, I love set because we cannot put duplicate elements in a set. So that can be very useful for many things. Okay, so for example, um, it would not, if you're trying to input some ID number that has to be unique, yeah, set can come in very handy, can be useful. Um, okay, so let's convert a set to an array. Let's convert a set to an array. Let's see how that can be done. Okay, so convert a set to an array. So let's create an array first. Constant array of set A. And there is a built-in method for that, array dot from set A. So we're creating an array of set A. Now, if this is a set A, if this is an array, we can loop through it. We can iterate through it, just like we can iterate through any arrays by using this kind of for loop. Okay, array of set A dot length I plus plus. Let's print out everything on set A. I mean on array of set A. Console log this is you know what? Let's just plus array of set A. Since it's an array, it will do all the work. And let's printing. Let's call it printing array. Let's This is to separate this console log from all the other console logs in here. Okay, let's see. Okay, see, it became an array. We converted set A to an array. But what happened to set A? This is a new array that got created from set A. Okay, so whatever happened to set A? Console log, whatever happened to set A? Oh, sorry. Okay, let's print out set A. Set A. Okay, so set A still exists, and there are 6 elements in set A now because we added this at the end. So nothing happened to set A. A new array got created with all the values from set A. So what else can we do with the set? Uh, we can, let's concatenate set A and set B together. We have not done that. Okay, let's concatenate set A and set B together. Concatenate set A and B together. Okay, so in order to concatenate 2 sets, we have to create a constant. Okay, constant C. And this is the way to concatenate set A, 2 different sets. And now let's print out C. I'm going to explain what happened in here. Okay, let's print out C. Okay, so A and B have been merged together in this constant called C. Now, what are these dot operators, spread dot dots? This is called a spread operator. And what's happening in a spread operator is that it means all the values of set A, comma, all the values of set B. So instead of me putting all the values of set A, okay, me typing down manually all the values of set A, 98, 45, 13.23, etc. Instead of doing all that, we can just put 3 dots and the name of the set, the name of the list. Okay, so this is how it works. Dot, 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 values, the name of set. Okay, this is how it works. It means all the values of set A and all the values of set B altogether. Now, this does not mean that C is also a set. C is not a set. C is a constant. We did not create a set by combining 2 sets together. If you put 2 chairs together, you're not creating a big fat chair. You're just putting them together. In the same way, in here, we are putting 2 sets together. We are not creating a third set. The only way we can create a third set, we can create a set, is by the new keyword and the set in here. Okay, so let's create a new set, constant set C. And we have to put the new keyword in here and set. And let's put some numbers in there. Okay, so 30, let's 58, 12, 11. Let's put some random numbers in there. 5, 32. Okay, and so this is the third set, set C. And what if we have to sort this set? Okay, we need sorted numbers in a set. How can we sort a set of numbers? Okay, and there is a method. There is a way of doing this. Okay, there is a method. There is a sort function. I think it's a function. Yes, the sort function. Okay, the sort. So what it will do is that it will sort all the numbers from in ascending order, and let's print this sorted set. Okay, um, console log sorted set C. Okay, and console log set C. Okay, so all the elements, oh, got sorted except for this. 5. What happened? I think only 2-digit numbers get sorted. This is yes, it's treating everything like a string. Uh-huh. I think I know what's happening. Wait a second. A, B. It has to be sorted properly. Okay, let's sort this. Now it got sorted properly. See, this is tricky. Okay, it's even in arrays. We cannot sort something. There is a function for sorting numbers in a set. We have to use this function to sort something. Otherwise, it gets treated like a string. You know, it takes the first digit of every number and sorts it according to the first digit of every number. That's what was happening. But this is a way of sorting everything from lowest to by using this sort, and this is a function. So it basically works like this: is if this is A, this is B. So 58 minus 12 is positive, and then 12 minus 11 is positive. 11 minus 10 is positive. So it sorts according to negative to positive. Yeah, 5 minus 32 is negative. And this is how it works. So what if we want to sort C, set C in descending order, okay? Not in ascending order. Then we just use A. And now let's sort. Okay, so it has been sorted in descending order. Um, so let's create another sort, another set, constant set D. And this is a set of some words, okay? Fruits, mangoes, bananas, apples, oranges. How do we sort a set of fruits? Okay, so again, we're going to use the sort method, but we don't need to use this function, for sorting anything. We could just do sort, and everything will be fine. And I'm going to explain it to you why. Okay, so call it console log sorted set D. Okay, so let's print this. Okay, so everything got sorted in set D. This is what happens. The dot sort method, it only takes the first letter of every word and sorts them alphabetically. In case of integers, it also takes the first digit of every number and sorts them. Dot sort method sorts them in ascending order. So if this function did not exist inside the sort, um, a sort is a higher order function, which means that it can have other functions inside it. Okay, so if this did not exist, if I don't use the function in here and Oh, wait, where is sorted C? See, there is a problem in here. It's taking the first digit of every number and sorting them according to the first digit. See, 5 comes after 3. It's not taking 32, it takes the first digit. So that's why we have to put this function, which sorts everything and returns the sorted numbers. So now it's sorted properly. Okay, so I hope you understand how to use a set now, what sets are in JavaScript, and how to use sets now. Um, I definitely want to do more with sets, use it in real world application, and I really want to make a video on using sets in a real life, I don't know, software. So please subscribe and stick around.